diagnosed with childhood sexual trauma, depression, anxiety, PTSD, and also psychological trauma.
I'm bipolar, and I was in darkness for a long time.
In our community, the African American community, is that we can talk about a thyroid, we can talk about cancer, breast cancer, AIDS even, but we won't deal with the mental.
So I guess that's the thing. A stereotypical bullshit ass label. So you can categorize me, diagnose me, and try to extinguish my existence. Did you ever think that maybe I'm that angry? Maybe you just don't listen? Cause as soon as a sister gets a backbone, they say that I'm a bitch.
I'm some superhuman in some kind of way where nothing affects me, and that is so far from the truth. Sometimes I don't want to be strong. Sometimes the weight is just too much.
Survivor. People are like, oh, and then they forget. We are so conditioned that we know what someone looks like who has suffered from PTSD. Mm-hmm. We believe we know what rape victims look like. And it's,
Your mother
it's
actually
not me.
passed you on to somebody else?
Yes, she gave me away to a family that eventually wound up using me as a work mule. And my mother gave me to this family because the man that she wanted to marry said, I don't want that yellow gal in my house. Which meant that being an illegitimate child and also the wrong color. You are not wanted by the blacks, and the whites couldn't care less. Not way past 60, but way past 50. But I was really still about 5, 6 years old.
And all that abuse going on.
Yes, and all of that abuse was going on, and I couldn't tell anybody about it because who would have believed me? And the young boy, he was not the nicest kid in the world, and neither was his sister, who also, I didn't know anything about lesbians in those days.
There's a misconception when we say PTSD. People don't understand that it comes in different forms. It's not just from being in the service.
Because we do associate PTSD with soldiers. We forget that we are surviving wars in our neighborhoods every day. Like
South Africa.
So the same thing that was done in South Africa could
have been done in the United States. Yes, I distinctly believe that. I need a cigarette. You're making me hot.
I'm saying something for a reason. And I feel like so many times black women say stuff and nobody gives a shit. Excuse my language. Nobody gives a fuck when sometimes black women say something. But somebody of another complexion, somebody of another color, they say something. And then it's like, we're taking it to court. It's time to get serious. #me too. No, it's not cool. It's not cool because
ugly duckling was always told she's an ugly duckling. Nobody wants you. And she's trying so hard to find somebody that says, Earth-mate, it's all right. You want it too. But nobody's done that yet. Maybe I have not given them a chance to do so, I don't know.
To be able to say, oh, that's post-traumatic stress syndrome. I need it.
You need it.
Yeah. I need it.
Yeah.
What happens when you get triggered?
Usually my right arm starts to feel like it's going numb. Mm-hmm. And it just feels like a full body heart attack. The way you would imagine a heart attack, but in your knees, in your legs, in your arms, in your chest, in your eyeballs. Trauma can take so many forms.
There was no shame when I started to recognize it. It was like that I have to get some help because I'm the life of the party. And when I go dark, I go dark. I don't want to leave the house. And my friends started to notice.
I spent half my life depressed and manic. Did you know it was depression? Absolutely not. It was normal.
That's right.
I cried every night of my life. Well, there were some nights I had sex and that was all right. I didn't cry that night. I was like, Merry Christmas.
What is compromising? Compromising for what? Compromising for what reason? To compromise for what? To compromise. What is compromise? And I'm very glad that I can have the feelings from that urchin. And I'm very glad that I have never tried to cover her up. I'm very glad that she's still a part of me. And I'm very glad that she will always be a part of me, because she helps me do what she knows I have to do out there on that stage, because there is where my survival is.